guys, welcome back to another episode of A Date with D's. This episode is going to have like a little turn because this time the Z is being the interviewer. I'm sure you must have seen me in like a different episode, so I'm sure you'll be feeling okay to see a familiar face. Anywho, let's get right into it. Hello, Ife.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. And
How
it
you
feels
feeling?
good. Feels good. Feels good.
How
I'm
you feeling
to
about this
interview.
episode?
I think it's interesting. I'm feeling very gingered. I want to hear what you have to say.
All right.
And I want to see how you get into my head.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because that's actually the whole idea of this episode, to get into your head.
Okay.
Is it millennial or Gen X head?
Millennial, expired Gen Z. Sorry, I was never a Gen Z.
All right, let's jump right into it. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Yeah, so my name is Ife again. I'm simply Ife. Started off by modeling career. Should I say early? I think a bit late. No, early. And then 10 years after, I went into model management, and from there to production and back to building a tech company and finally doing what I was made to do, talking to you guys.
Really?
Yeah. So I think
actually so
that's
interesting.
that's a sneak peek about me.
All right. So, how's that been for you? Like, from the time you started, like, first off with your modeling job, like
Yeah.
you as a model up until now, how's that been for you?
I'll say it's a journey. It's been a journey. Yes. Going from talent management into going from model management into production into talent management. It's been a journey for me, and I've always wanted to be in the entertainment space, even before I went to study engineering. Because, like I say, engineering is one of those things in my life that people got into my head. Not like, oh, I knew what I was supposed to do from the start. So I feel like it's been a journey, and I'm finally in that space where I feel like, oh yes, this is where I'm meant to be.
What was your childhood like?
So, first thing is, I grew up in Warri.
Okay.
Yes. And so I'm a Warri babe, I'm a Wafi babe.
Okay.
But again, like there's a lot of gist around Wafi, yeah. But then growing up in Warri, I grew up in a different side of Warri where Warri is always Warri, but I grew up in a different side of Warri where Delta, we call it DSC. It was like a more private Warri. And I grew up with SU parents.
Okay. What's
Proper SU.
What's SU?
Okay. So I think it's a millennial thing. I feel good. Anyways, SU is like these parents, like these people that are actually very spiritual, tie their hair, don't wear earrings.
Okay.
And all that. Yeah, so that's like a brief of what an SU is.
Okay.
I grew up in that kind of home. I grew up with my both parents, and 5 siblings. Wow. 4 girls and 1 boy, so we're all 6 in number. So I grew up with a lot of people, it was not just the 8 of us, that's 6 kids and parents. It was parents, like maybe like triple that number.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've always been that independent kid. I believe in fending for myself. Amy, there's nothing I've not done. That's topic for another day.
Yes.
Story for another day.
Yes.
When I mean nothing, I'm talking about business. Yes, I was a good girl. But yeah, you don't trust me.
No, I didn't say that.
I didn't say that. Okay, don't worry. I'll prove it to you.
Okay. What are some core memories you have that you've kept with you ever since, like from childhood? Like
good or bad memories?
Both.
Okay, so I'll say 1 good and 1 bad.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start from the bad one. I'm sure when I'm done with the bad one,
you remember the good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So the bad memory will be, so it's a story.
Okay.
There was a day, I went to school, and getting to school, they needed we needed to bring a textbook. School of then is not like school of now that nobody flogs anybody. Yeah. Then if you don't bring your books to school, they'll flog the shit out of you. So in my own time, when I remember that day, I forgot my textbook, and I I knew I was going to be flogged. So I ran to another arm of my class and just begged one of my friends for a textbook. And she gave it to me. And I went to my class. And I noticed that the teacher was reading through the names.
No.
So
No.
he was reading through the names. And I was like, oh no. This one that this teacher, okay, what will I do? So I said, okay, I know what I will do. I will just clean the name. So I quickly, you know the way we erase things, like clean the name out of that textbook, and I wrote my name there. And when I wrote my name, the teacher saw it and I skipped that beating. But I didn't know that if you knew, you would have just taken that small beating and 6 strokes of the K on your palm, and that's it. I'll be 3, or I think it was even like 3 strokes.
The fact that you even remember the number.
Yes, so because it was bad. And then after the class, I returned the textbook to her, and she saw the textbook, and children now. She was in JS1. I was like, oh, you have spoiled my textbook. She started crying. She now went to report me to my elder sister. My elder sister now went to report me to my mom.
No.
So my mom was like, parents of those days, like parents of my time, let me say that. Like when they see a problem, they will first cry. And when your parents is crying on your behalf, just know that you have finished.
Yes, you're gone.
My mom will cry, I've killed her. Obviously, she doesn't use that word, but she'll be like, I've disgraced her. She was not saying I went to steal. Those times, parents, they were always particular about, don't come and disgrace me and my family. So I went to steal and all that. I said, no. So me too, I was crying, trying to explain, but what was real? I said, we have to flog you. We have to flog you. They now went. And that time we had these flowers. I grew up in DSC. Anybody familiar with DSC will know we had all these flowers in our estate. And they plucked that. That was our cane, by the way. So we didn't need to buy a cane.
Wow.
They had those flowers.
Nature
gave
cane.
Nature gave us cane right in front of my house. So when you see my dad, like they'll carry knife to go and pluck cane. So they brought it in and they flogged the shit out of me. And when I mean flog, I mean flog. And when I mean flog, like literally, there's something crazy that parents used to do those days. Like they will literally undress you and flog. And honestly, I think that was my worst childhood memory, because every time I remember that, a part of me still get pissed off. I'm not angry anymore. It's just funny to me now, but I'm just like, wow. What was my good childhood memories? So good childhood memories would be, I think it would be days, just it would be those family times, really. Because we know we're a lot in the house, my siblings, and the few times when they will really let us be and let us like when our parents go, actually act a whole full-blown drama in the house. Like when we had these pillows, we set them as chairs. We were just growing up with all my siblings who were always in sync. Up till now, we're still close. At some point, we had to have a family meeting to say, we cannot be following each other everywhere. Especially before we all started getting married. And so you go to this person's house, everybody will follow you there. You go to this one and say, no, we can't be doing this. So I think that's my fondest. Just that, that
feel that you get. Let's change the tone a bit. Movies or series?
Series.
Yeah. Okay, what do you have Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you watching on Netflix right now?
Honestly, I've not started watching anything right now. I think the last series I watched was Far From Home.
Far From Home?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yes, and there's a reason why. There's a reason why I resonated with it more, because of my core focus, and what excites me the most is teenage stories.
Okay.
And it was a story centered around teenagers. I'm also cooking something up, and ironically, he looked like a familiar story.
So it was like
similar story. So
like a sign. Like a sign from
more like exactly. I think like a sign that okay,
it's time to do this.
You're thinking, but people are thinking too.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that was what. So yeah.
Okay. What's your go-to aesthetic?
Sorry, can you
like I should be specific?
Yes.
Okay. Like my outfit is a whole aesthetic. your outfit is a whole aesthetic. Kelechi's outfit is a whole aesthetic.
Yeah.
So
okay, I get what you're asking.
Yeah. So like, what's your
go-to?
Yeah. Like, let me pin it down to like, what's your go-to outfit?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
get it now. I get it now. Honestly, I like a top and a slitty skirt, like wicked slit. And if you know me very well, you know, yes, I have those slits. I like most of my skirts, even I'm wearing slits. They're all slitted. And then I like wearing them on heels, but because of comfort, sometimes trainers.
How do you raise your kids in this modern time?
Oh, that's a very deep question.
Yeah.
A good one as well. So, parenting again has been a journey, just like my career.
Yeah.
It's like coming into something new, and every year you wait for the next year, and the next year you wait for the next year. That's a quick way to explain it. However, raising my kids has just been about me trying to also understand them.
Yeah.
Because I believe raising children, especially in this age and time, those ones. So I have a 6-year-old and I have it's going to be 3, so it's going to be 3 in a few days. So I have a 3-year-old, or let me say 2. But my 2 years is very vocal, and my 6 years old, she's even worse. She's worse. Literally, you can't ask my daughter to do something and not give her a reason why. She's highly opinionated. She's asking you that. So why? I call her and I'm like, why are you not doing this? Or you should go and do this. And she's telling me, okay, why? Why should you tell me? I'm like, no, but mommy, you have to tell me why. Then another funny thing is, you're teaching them, right, to pack up after themselves, clean up when you eat, clean up, and then you leave your own, and you say, pack up, and she's looking at, but yours is still there. Why have you not packed your own up? Like, so literally, I've just learned to lead by example.
Yeah.
Myself and my husband, we figured out that we're not just raising kids that are just going to do yes sir, yes ma. They're actually coming to our do. But I feel like you guys will connect more because it's like you guys were migrating into that space before this one started coming. So basically, what has parenting been for me? It's been a very beautiful journey. Like having to just wake up to see those little ones. I always look forward to seeing them. They run up to me, I cuddle them, and 5 minutes later, I'm like, please, you should go. I need space. Because they're not all over your space, and then everybody says, oh, I can't wait for my kids to grow up. But I say, please let them grow at their pace, because I want to enjoy every single moment of their childhood. Because when they grow up, like you guys, a lot of Gen Zs, a lot of people, we did it, everybody does it. You just want to be on your own at some point. You want to live your own life. Yeah. So I want to enjoy my kids before then. So I just try to understand them. But I think as a parent, I'm doing my best.
Yes, I honestly believe you are. You are. Yes. Applaud you. Yes.
Yes. Growing, I remember on my daughter's naming ceremony, a pastor was preaching, and he had this very strong tongue, and he said something. One word. Mommy, daddy, you are a mirror. So mirror as in mirror. So so he said that thing, you are a mirror. And that day I smiled, and even some of my friends, they were like, Ife, you are a mirror, Ife, you are a mirror. And it's funny how in that whole naming ceremony, that's the one thing that stuck to my head, because every single day I see my kids mirror what I do. I see my kids mirror what their father does. So I absolutely agree with you on what you just said. Kids mirror their parents. So There was one day I was just dancing and I was twerking, and the next thing I saw my daughter, oh there you, oh there you. I'm like,
What have
who
you
thought that this
done?
one? Oh? Yeah, so it's just about what you do. What you do really, they learn from.
So we're going into something deeper and like more vast.
Okay.
What will you tell your kids about sexuality in the new age? Like for them to be aware of like the LGBTQ, homosexuals, stuff like that. It's a very sensitive topic.
It's a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't question people that are whatever they are, but I'll teach my kids the right thing, which is what I understand and biblically understand what sexuality means. A man for a woman for a man. I don't question people that do it. I have them as friends. I mean, I respect their opinion, but not my kids. So I'm going to teach them the right way, and I'll back it up with prayer and hope that believe, strongly believe, not understanding that just like I've backed it up with prayer, because I'm a Christian, just as I've backed it up with prayer and I've taught them the values, they see myself, they see their father, and I believe that they will do the right thing.
Okay, that was a very short answer, but it was heavy.
Thank you.
Like that. Yeah. When will you let your kids start dating?
But can I ask you as well?
Okay.
Can I throw that same question at you? But later. Don't worry. Let's not ask. Okay, tell me.
Later?
Tell me.
Later or no?
No, tell me
now.
Tell me now. Just short answer.
Okay. Well, I feel like you should let your kids know that people do these things. Like it happens. And like you shouldn't, if you're going to discriminate, don't show it.
Basically, you need to just let them be aware. Because if you try to hide it from them, then somebody else will give them the wrong truth.
Yeah.
But if you give them the right truth and you tell them that this is what is happening, but this is what I stand for, this is what you should stand for, and everything, then they can make the right choice.
Like it would mean more when it's coming from your parents.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's nice. When will you start dating? Like when will you let your kids start dating? At like what age? Or at like what level of maturity?
I think from 18, I'm not going to
18?
question. I'm not going to question their decisions to either date or not date. But what I will just tell them is, don't date anybody. So what I mean from 18, I'm not going to question. I'm not going to say don't date, but I'm going to tell them, have enough friends, make a lot of friends. Like you don't, at this stage of your life, you don't need to be hooked to one person.
Yeah.
Just going to lock you down, slow the pace of your life, kill all your fond memories, all the interesting times you should have, all your young age and time. So literally just go and have fun, make a lot of friends. You're a guy, meet babes, have fun. I'm not saying go and be
no.
Yeah, but meet babes, have fun, hang out with them. You're a girl, have a lot of friends. Selective friends anyways. You don't just be friends with just everybody. But don't date, don't hook yourself to one person. Ideal age, I think my daughter would say, oh, I think I've found, and I would be a bit comfortable with it. Maybe honestly, maybe from 23. And again, it depends on what she has achieved at that age.
Yes, what she has achieved.
I think I shouldn't pin an age. I shouldn't pin an age to it or anything. I think for me, it's what have you achieved? Have you gotten to a stage where you can now
like level of maturity,
and level of maturity where you can handle the whole emotional roller coaster of dating? Yes, then I will support you. Then I will even be friends with your love.
What were some ways you were raised by your parents that you find yourself using with your kids now?
I think I can almost say not much. Only spiritual things. And when I say spiritual things, I think I'll come from the fact that, oh yes, my parents were very spiritual, like Christian, spirit, praying and all that. I try to replicate those things. I think they did it better than me. I'm still trying to get there, but it is something I admired in them. You know, I had praying parents, and I'm trying to also replicate that with my kids. I think that's just it. I think most of the ways we were raised, I don't agree with it. So, in fact, I consciously ensure not to do that, because I'm of the opinion that if you tell your child, don't wear this, don't wear this, you don't allow your child to wear this, they get more curious, and they want to wear those things. So every opportunity they get to do it, they will do it. So I try to ensure that I don't raise a child that has to do things that she's not meant to do because she felt like she was being trapped from doing them.
What do you think about therapy? What's your take on therapy?
It's good.
It's good?
Yes, it's good.
You don't think it's for mad people?
No, not at all. Why would therapy be for mad people?
Can I have a hug? Please just hug me. Just hug me. Oh my goodness.
But wait, why would people think therapy is for mad people?
That's the mentality that most African parents have.
Really?
Because they'll not be like, therapy is not for black people.
No.
Exactly.
I think therapy is
for everybody.
For everybody. Because everybody needs therapy. Everybody's going through something that they cannot explain. And a lot of people are just looking for somebody to talk to. And if somebody finds someone to talk to, you know, that like that saying goes, a problem shared is a problem half solved. So if you know that there is a problem and you have to talk to somebody that would understand the way you're coming from, why would someone think that's for mad people? Nah, I think
people
is
listen.
Great. Yes, please.
Listen.
If you need a therapy,
go to therapy.
Get it and be proud. Get it and be proud. If you need a therapy, get it and be proud of it, because therapy is not for mad people. No way. I don't agree with that.
Go to therapy today. So that's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Ife, how do you feel about doing this episode now?
Oh, I love it. I'm excited with the fact that you try to get those questions. Those questions are actually things I've actually thought about and, you know, spoken about both in silence and in. So I'm just excited that we can actually have this heart-to-heart conversations about it. It's
there will be more.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Watch out. Stay tuned.